So there's a lot to unpack here as we look at this. Ryan Clark, you are from New Orleans, so I know you have a sense of the magnitude of this in that city and really, frankly, I think across the NFL.
Well, listen, Tyrann Mathieu had an amazing tweet where he talked about Drew Brees and what he meant to the Saints organization, but not only the organization, but the city. What Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints have brought from a sense of winning, from a sense of pride, from a sense of ownership of something good. Think about post-Katrina and what this team was, bringing the city its only world championship. That's because of Drew Brees, the consistent excellence that he continued to show, the way that he was off the field, the type of family man he was. He was really everything good that could be represented by an organization. And you hate to see it in this way. And the crazy thing about it is Drew Brees was plagued with bad defenses. He was plagued with bad calls. He was plagued with bad decisions or bad situations throughout his career because he should have more Super Bowls, but he doesn't. And so it's sad to see it in this way, but there is nothing for him to hang his head for. There is nothing for him to hang his head about. And when he thinks about or he talks about giving himself time to figure this out, we owe Drew Brees the opportunity to think about his career, to think about what he is, and to make his decision. And then we could speak about his legacy then.
That's fair, and that's the right thing to do. But, Dan, just watching it and taking emotion out of the equation, the difference yesterday as we watched those two quarterbacks at age 43 and 42 was one of them can still rip it, and frankly, the other one, it does not appear can anymore.
Yeah, that was the big difference. You know, was watching both Tom Brady and Drew Brees play and go, okay, Drew, it's time. You know, and I think that makes the decision easier, to be honest with you, Greeny. It makes the decision for Drew to be able to be honest with himself and go, I've earned the right to be at the table when the conversation of greatest ever. I've earned the right to be in that conversation. But now the reality is that I'm not good enough to lead this organization to the heights that it needs to or that it wants to become. And that's no knock on him. Tom Brady is. And that makes it even more remarkable to watch what Tom's able to accomplish. But Drew Brees is one of the greatest ever. And I think at the end of the day, he can hold his head high. The reality, too, this man came back from 11 broken ribs this year and a punctured lung to get back to being able to play. I mean, think about that, the commitment to the game and the commitment to his team, the toughness that he displayed in his final season, what we think is his final season.
Rex, a thought on Brees, again, as we have probably seen his final pass.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. I mean, look, I coached against this guy for many, many years, and, you know, I'm honored to have coached against him. I mean, we talked about his competitiveness. Dan, you talked about coming back from 11 cracked ribs. How about all the shoulder injuries? How about all those type of things? Like, this guy is I mean, his career needs to be celebrated. That's why this is not the time for him to come out and say, I'm going to retire. No, let this sting of the loss get over with, and then we'll celebrate his great career and Hall of Fame career at the appropriate time.
Right. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.